Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Disney Morning Show. I'm Kyle, and today I'm joined by Luke. Hi, Luke.
Hi, I just realized my shirt blends in with my name on the screen.
That's fun. It's like a name tag. You look like
Yeah,
Flo.
yeah.
Ooh, Euro
Put it
Disney.
in the right spot. Yeah, you're a Disney.
Nice.
Not an old shirt, only a couple of years old. They were selling it, I think, around the 30th anniversary.
Yeah, we have one, not that shirt, but we do have a Euro Disney shirt from that same collection. So let's say some hellos to get started, if you don't mind.
I was just gonna say that. This is from an hour and 10 minutes ago, so very prepared. Fred
Nice.
Ramirez saying welcome back,
Thank you.
and a good morning from Genie Plus Plus,
Hello, Genie plus
and
plus.
a lot
JPP.
of other hellos coming in from
Very nice.
a name which I don't think I can. By Lydia. Okay, I just thought too much. Filmed by
Filmed
Lydia.
by
I
Lydia.
I thought way too hard
It's
into that
okay.
name.
Sometimes you just see letters, you're like, I don't know.
What
Anyway,
is this?
let's get started with this episode the way we start every episode. So the last time we checked in on the stock price, which was who even knows how long ago, it was $120.49. Let's take a look at it now. Ooh, new banner. They finally got rid of not Dubai, Abu Dhabi. Put
Abu
Fantastic
Dhabi.
Four.
Okay.
112.60. Not great. I know it was down hard yesterday. Because they're buying things. Anytime you have to pay money, even though it'll eventually pay off and grow your business, and everyone's like, "Wow, you're so smart to invest that money," they get really ticked off about it in the short term. Wall Street makes no sense.
I like
Anyway,
I like Casual Bob.
casual Bob.
The image of Casual Bob. It's much more fun.
Yeah. No weather today, so we're just gonna hop right on over to. So speaking
Kyle,
of,
you have a Barry White voice going on.
I don't think I do, but I understand what you're saying. Thank you. Yesterday, during the earnings call, we got some news about Hulu and Disney Plus that confuses Luke somehow. Basically, now that Disney owns 100% of Hulu, they are going to fully integrate Hulu into Disney Plus. So right now, like if you have the bundle, you can watch Hulu stuff, but not everything. Well, first of all, you'll be able to do that now, and they're going to phase out the standalone Hulu app. This doesn't mean that you can't just subscribe to Hulu. It just means that if you just have Hulu, you'll still access it through Disney Plus. You'll just have that one, presumably, you'll just have that one tab open to you where the content will just be from Hulu. So that's what's going on there.
See, that
This
makes almost no sense to me because what's the point of offering a specific Hulu subscription if you're getting rid of Hulu as an app? Why not just make it all Disney Plus?
because there's people that just want the Hulu content.
So then keep Hulu for them to have the Hulu
Right, but
content.
this way they're
Yeah.
combining tech stacks and stuff so that it saves them money instead of having to operate two different apps that are on two different systems. They'll be able to just have
Okay.
one.
From a monetary, I see. I didn't think of it from a monetary point of view, which I really should have.
But this will be happening sometime in 2026. And the other change is going to come along with this is internationally, the stuff that's been on Hulu has been on the Star tab. And now that will be switching to Hulu. So Hulu is going to be international. The question I have about this is there's actually a Hulu in Japan that Disney doesn't own. And I wonder if they're going to have to keep it Star in Japan because of that.
That is interesting. I didn't know that.
Glad I could help. So
Yeah.
yeah, big changes for Hulu and Disney Plus. We'll talk some more about some other things going on, but first, let's take another big piece of interesting news from the shareholders meeting. Not shareholders
Yeah.
meeting, investor call, quarterly earnings.
I was gonna say we're sticking international because Stitch has become an international phenomenon, and in terms of licensed merchandise, he is only behind Mickey Mouse in terms of sales this year, which honestly I'm surprised that he's not even higher than Mickey Mouse, because Stitch has been absolutely everywhere, as you've
They
seen
throw
on.
Mickey on everything, though.
That's true. But as you've seen
People are
on the
it's kind of
morning
like you're not
show,
buying for Mickey Mouse, you're buying for Disneyland, and there happens to be a Mickey on it.
well, yeah. As you've seen on the morning show and all over Laughing Place, I mean, there has been so many Stitch collaborations. I mean, you can see here in the image that's on the screen, there's a Hawaiian Airlines collab, and then plush, figures, pins, absolutely everything you can think of. But yeah,
Yeah.
Stitch is doing very well. There's even a perfume.
Yeah, so basically we're gonna get absolutely inundated with more Stitch. We bought the stuff, we saw the movie, and now they're like, oh,
Keep buying the stuff and watch our second movie.
it's that exhibit meme. Oh, we knew you thought you liked Stitch. So we're putting Stitch on your Stitch. And speaking of Stitch, we do have a release date for the live action movie on Disney Plus. It's going to be there September 3rd, so you got about another month to go. But yeah, did you actually see this movie?
Nope.
Me neither. Maybe I'll see it on September 3rd or thereabout.
Yeah, it's cute, but I think live action adaptations are. I have only seen. I don't even know if I've seen half of them. It's just very. There has to be a hook to it to make me really want to go see it. And the only ones I've seen recently have been Snow White and The Little Mermaid.
Well, we got another something from the theaters going to Disney Plus, and now something from Disney Plus going to theaters.
Sticking in the theatrical musical world, Hamilton is celebrating its 10th anniversary since first debuting on Broadway, and the filmed version of Hamilton, which was on Disney Plus, it was one of those big things that got added as part of the pandemic, which probably would have been a theatrical release had the pandemic.
No,
not
it was
happened,
supposed to be.
now,
So when Disney bought the rights to this film thing, which I guess they shot in 2016, it was supposed to come out in like October of 2021. And then when the pandemic happened, because I think what they wanted to do was there was going to be like a tour, and so they wanted to make sure, the regional tour or whatever, or national tour, and then they would open in theaters. But then when theaters got shut down, then they put it on Disney Plus like a year early. So yeah, 5 years after this was supposed to come to theaters, it's finally going to come to theaters.
Yeah, so you'll be able to see the filmed version of Hamilton in theaters beginning September 5th. And fans of Hamilton, which I know there are many, will very much enjoy that. Going back to Lilo and Stitch briefly, Fred said that he saw it in theaters and that we are not missing much.
It looks cute enough, but yeah, not something I need to go pay for or spend 2 hours in
Yeah.
theater. But yeah, interesting. Hamilton 10-year anniversary that it's celebrating, and it's the same one that's on Disney Plus. So be prepared. It's not like a different version.
Yeah.
Although there's supposed to be like a cast reunion segment or something that I'll play before or after. But
a little extra incentive to go see it, I guess.
Going back to the Disney bundle, ESPN, this is the direct-to-consumer app, ESPN. Very clever naming.
Speaking
there.
Of confusing streaming
that's fair.
service
That I'll say is confusing. Launching in just a couple of weeks, August 21st, this will be available. And when it does, there's going to be a special bundle, $29.99 a month. You'll get Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN, meaning the direct-to-consumer ESPN. It'll be that price for the first year. I imagine that's with ads for all three, not the ad-free, which is unfortunate, but still pretty decent deal if I'm being honest. And I not something I'm interested in per se, but yeah. And then this will be do I even have it on here? Everybody knows the NFL, they're going to be buying NFL Network. All that stuff will come eventually, they're not expecting that deal to close until the end of next year. So it'll be a while before we get like Red Zone and stuff in ESPN. I don't think that they're licensing it ahead of time. I think they got to wait till that deal closes. But yeah, lots of interesting things happening in the world of Disney streaming.
I can provide no additional insight on any of this sports stuff.
I am, for one, shocked that you don't have greater sports knowledge, Luke.
But what I can provide insight on are some snacks coming to Walt Disney World for World Princess Week. They have a whole bunch of new and returning treats that will be available throughout the Walt Disney World Resort for World Princess Week, which takes place from August 25th through the 31st. And some of those, some of these are pretty impressive looking. There's a Rapunzel berries and cream cake, which is coming to both Art of Animation and Pop Century. A Colors of the Wind petite cake at Amorette's Patisserie in Disney Springs. This looks very impressive. A Moana
I love this
mini
little
cake.
cutout.
Yeah. That's probably as good of a cutout as you can get for it, but it's cute. Yeah. A Moana mini cake at a couple of locations at the Polynesian. And then a Tiana's mint chocolate chip bar at Gasparilla Island Grill at Grand Floridian, which also looks
that sounds good.
And then there's a whole bunch of other new and returning items that you can find at various locations around Walt Disney World Resort.
Oops, wrong button. My bad. And then finally, Luke, Test Track.
Yeah, something when I first rode Test Track I got to ride it during the cast preview, and then during the annual pass holder preview, the gear shop was completely closed off. And then during the first few days, weeks of the attraction being open, there was no merchandise for it, but now there is. We have this washed out T-shirt featuring the Test Track logo, and I said to my dad when I was riding it with him, like, if there's a shirt that just has the logo on it, I think I would buy it. And this is said shirt that I probably would buy. And if you want to make your kid love Test Track too, you can also get a youth version of the shirt, which is pretty much the same shirt but just tiny. And then there's a new
lighter
pin
too, it looks like, but maybe just the lighting.
Yeah, a little bit. And there's a new pin as well featuring the new Test Track logo with Mickey Mouse riding aboard the updated vehicle design.
Nice. Let me ask you an important question. Do you think Doobie would realize that this has two meanings? Gear shop.
Test Track gear shop. Let me ask you an even more important question.
Sure.
Do you think Luke would realize that this has two?
Well, you know how cars have gears, but then you also are getting gear because it's a merch shop?
Okay. I get it.
Yeah. No, it's a whole thing because like Doobie didn't realize that anti-gravities was a pun because he'd say auntie, so he didn't get the joke. So now whenever there's a pun in a store, I think of him.
And anti-gravities is one of the best ones, but the Test Track one flew over me a little bit.
I can only imagine Doobie walking around DCA 1.0 and just being like,
that's exactly what I was going to say. Malibu burritos. What does this have to do
Malibu? Even though today is Thursday, it is our first show of the week. So we're going to go ahead and look at the Disney Plus top 10 because why not? Number one,
Freaky Friday,
appropriately enough, as the new movie hit theaters sometime this afternoon, presumably. Rio in number two, which if you ever wanted to see Pixar's Newt, you can just watch Rio on Disney Plus. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Plus, number three. The Incredibles, Eyes of Wakanda, hanging in there. The Hurricane Katrina Race Against Time. I think it's a series. Tony reviewed that.
Docuseries.
The Proud Family, Louder and Prouder. the new season already drop, or is this in anticipation of the new
I
season?
want to say it was today or yesterday, some point this week. It's
Okay.
definitely, if it's not out
I've been
today, it'll be
busy.
out by
I
tomorrow, I
forget
think.
these things. The Parent Trap getting some residual Lindsay Lohan love. Ice Age and Robots.
But
Wow,
what
Blue
about
Sky showing up.
Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen?
Um, yes, you're right. So there's so many confessions of. There's Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, which is the Sam Rockwell. There's Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen, and there's Confessions of a Shopaholic. And I was like, oh no, Luke, you have the wrong movie, but you totally have the right movie there. Shopaholic is the Isla
I've heard of
Fisher.
the Shopaholic one, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna move right along.
And I've had my share of bad reviews. I still remember my first good one, though. Everything else in this production of Our Town was simply terrible. Joey Tribbiani was abysmal.
Speaking of abysmal, you know what's bad, Luke? Murder.
Murder is terrible.
We
Abysmal,
have
even.
a review of this new docu-series, Capturing Their Killer, The Girls on the High Bridge from ABC News Studios. It's now streaming on Hulu. It's 3 episodes. Riley watched 2 of them. By the way, Riley, maybe you'll meet her one day. Her headline is Review, Capturing Their Killer, The Girls on the High Bridge explores the tragic death of 2 teen girls in Delphi, Indiana. Her final paragraph is, while I can only speak to the first 2 of the 3 episodes, I'm not going to read the whole title again, is highly engaging and thoroughly details the years following Abigail Liberty's murders. It also explores the media and social media attention drawn to the small town and the lasting impact on the community. I think this docuseries keeps viewers on edge and is a must-watch for any true crime enthusiast. And as she notes, it's available on Hulu. So if you're a true crime fan, you can check that out.
One of many Hulu true crime series going
They
on at the
pump them
moment.
out.
I think this is the 4th one in as many weeks, and
They only announce
we
them like
have
a week ahead of time, too.
we have a there's a documentary. It's not a docu-series, but there's one coming out later this month that I've already watched and reviewed. So we're just keeping it a rolling.
And the rest.
Well, Luke, I knew when I added this to the sheet today that it was going to be a story for you. So tell us why the 11th Doctor is on our sheet today.
Yeah, I was disappointed that this happened on the day I was off, but it happened on my birthday, so fortuitous day for this
Oh,
sort of
happy
news.
birthday. I forgot to wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you. But yeah, Matt Smith is who has had quite the great career since being in Doctor Who. He's been in House of the Dragon. He's been in Morbius. It's Morbin time. And he's in a movie coming out, I think, at the end of the month with Austin Butler, where he has a mohawk. Very, very odd looking.
Mohawks are cool.
Yes.
That was a Doctor Who reference.
That is a Doctor Who reference. But yes, he's going to be portraying a movie or a villain.
He's going to play a movie.
He's going to be doing the whole movie himself. He's going to be portraying a villain in the upcoming Star Wars Starfighter movie, which is being directed by Sean Levy of Deadpool and Wolverine, Free Guy, and starring Ryan Gosling. So he will be playing the villain in that. Mike notes in the article, which I didn't know this, apparently Matt Smith was previously cast in The Rise of Skywalker, but his part was cut before production began. And also Mia
he's
Goth
never said what the role was, but people believe he was supposed to be the son of Palpatine or something.
Oh, interesting.
That's something that I read
That's weird.
somewhere.
So, Mia Goth has also been cast in the film, as noted here. But I think that this is interesting. It's continuing the trend of former Doctor actors playing villains in Marvel or Star Wars projects, because we had Christopher Eccleston as whatever the villain's name was in Thor: The Dark World. could not tell you off the top of my head.
Yeah.
David Tennant was Kilgrave in Jessica Jones. And while not Marvel or Star Wars, Peter Capaldi, who was the 12th Doctor, played the Thinker. I think that's his name. The guy with the bolts coming out of his head from the Suicide Squad.
Okay.
The James Gunn version of it, so the second Suicide Squad.
So the Suicide Squad.
Yes, not Suicide Squad. The
Right.
Suicide Squad.
So what you're saying is now we need Jodie Whittaker and Ncuti Gatwa to have
Yes,
roles.
and Ncuti. Well, Ncuti's in. He's in a Searchlight movie coming out.
There you go.
A little later, he's in The Roses. Thank you to Fred Ramirez and Genie Plus Plus for wishing me happy birthday. I appreciate it.
Well, we got some news about the 12Ks of Christmas, which this is actually 3 races, virtual races, meaning that you pay them and then they send you a medal. So 3 4Ks, which is a 12K, and it's going to be Muppets themed. So we got a Miss Piggy and Foo-Foo, and then we have Gonzo and Camilla, and Kermit and Robin. And what was fun was they released this like little podcast, Run or Waka, with Fozzie that you can watch on our site, because I downloaded the Instagram and embedded it natively because I'm just that good. Yeah, so it sounds like fun. You can do, it's kind of expensive. If you want to do all 3, there's a package that's $267, but you get all 3 medals, and it also comes with some other stuff like let me see exactly what we have here. Sorry. Like a beanie and a corksicle mug and some tea. So that all sounds fun. But yeah, it's expensive when you don't even get to actually do the race in person. You're just doing it at your house. But,
yeah, I can justify spending money. I haven't done any races or anything like that, but I can justify spending money on doing one at Disney World because, there's the whole special feeling and getting to walk and run through different areas of the park that you maybe don't usually get to. But virtually paying money to just walk where you would normally walk, that's a little weird.
Yeah, well, if you do want to do that, though, August 19th, it opens to general registration at 10 a.m. It says EST. I had to edit an article to just say ET. But next up.
Yeah, next up, many more ways to spend money because at the Magic Kingdom, the new Pirates of the Caribbean themed The Beak and Barrel pub, tavern, bar is going to be opening up on August 29th. We should update this article because it says August 29th, 2015, which was quite some time ago. But no, it'll be opening on August 29th, 2025. And Disney shared a first look at many of the drinks, both alcoholic and non-alcoholic, that you'll be able to get at the bar, as well as a variety of tapas and food and appetizers and that sort of thing. And of course, there's even merchandise, including a wonderful t-shirt. I actually really like this t-shirt. It's got the parrot on top of the beak and barrel logo on a barrel itself on the back, and then just a very tasteful The Beak and Barrel on the front of the shirt. So I quite like that shirt.
Yeah.
And reservations, which I'm sure will go just as quickly as the GO82 reservations did, these will be opening up on August 14th, 1 week from today. So I would set a reminder for yourself if you're looking to make a reservation to get that as soon as possible.
And in some sad news, it's even sadder for Doobie because he's not here to talk about it. They are ANA, the All Nippon Airways, is going to be discontinuing their Star Wars planes. So sadly, the R2-D2 one already had its last round trip yesterday. So it is now out of commission. There's also a C-3PO jet, which is going to be having its final flights in January of next year. And then that'll be it. They also had a BB-8 one that was apparently retired years ago, which is kind of funny that the newest droid was the first to go. But
right.
But I will say it's interesting that they even announced these are going away, because like a lot of these times these liveries kind of just get introduced and then they go away after a certain amount of time. So the fact that they're even making a point to be like, and these were around for 10 years. So kind of impressive that they lasted that long, and then also impressive that they are bringing it to people's attention.
I feel like that's a pretty common thing in Japan, at least from what I've noticed from like a lot of Tokyo Disney stuff. They always seem to be like, "This is the last day for this," and make those sort of things very clear in their advertising, especially like their refurbishment schedule. That is very
Yeah. I was gonna say TDR's refurbishment
published in
the schedule,
advance.
that's like a year ahead of time. You
Oh
know
yeah,
what there's gonna be something that you want to do that's gonna be closed, but at least you'll know what it is, and then you can decide
yeah.
what you want to do. Unlike Universal Studios Japan, which apparently just moved the Jaws one on Gideon, broke his little heart.
That's so rude.
Yeah. Well, if you're wondering why we didn't really have any morning shows last week, it's because I was at Gen Con in Indianapolis. So I thought I'd talk a little bit about that for Around LP. It started off on Thursday, so a week ago. They had the celebration for the second anniversary of Disney Lorcana. So they did a panel. The biggest news to come out of that was they announced this collector's quest coming to California Adventure, and this is something I had no idea about, so I was excited to hear about this. Basically, you'll be able to go starting August 29th, get a free booster pack of Lorcana cards, and they'll give you a guide, and there's going to be 4 cards you'll need to find, and the odds of you having those 4 cards in your one booster pack are very slim. So instead, you'll need to swap with people, not just in the room, but around the park. And then once you complete it, you'll go to off the page and you'll get a special card here. This this bell card. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And this is completely free. So they announced this at the event in the morning. That night, we actually got to do the collector's quest, and I talked to the person, like the head of marketing. I don't actually know what his title is. He's the one you see on all of the recent streams for Lorcana and stuff. And I asked him, like, do you have any more info on this DCA thing? He's like, like what? I'm like, well, first of all, is it free? He's like, yes. I'm like, okay, that's huge. And then I just kept pestering him the rest of the night, trying to get any little details I could out of him so that I could
Just give me
expand this
something,
article.
please.
But also really interesting is they're going to be using the Beast Library section of the animation building for this. So this has been defunct for a couple of years now. I forget what they originally turned it. It was like just like a staging area for Dreamers Academy or something.
Yeah, they nothing noteworthy, I don't think.
So anyway, they're going to be using that. He said while supplies last. I tried to push him on if they had any idea how long they were expecting supplies to last. He did say there's a lot of cards, but that doesn't tell me much. So starting August 29th until an undetermined amount of time, I'm excited for that. We also got a look at new Lorcana puzzles that are coming. This is exciting. So there's going to be 4 that are available in stores everywhere, and then 2 of them will be exclusive to Disney Parks and Disney Store. So these are the 6 ink colors. So these are the 2 that'll be exclusive to Disney, the Amethyst and Steel, whereas the other ones will be available elsewhere. But yeah, 1,000-piece puzzles makes perfect sense for being Ravensburger. We also got to look. This is like 3 sets ahead. Winter Spell is coming with this fun tease of Angel, the first time she'll be in the game, and then Stitch snowboarding. This will be first quarter of 2026. And then I will say that they also showed off some Disney Goofy movie cards that are coming out, including 2 song cards. There's Standout and Eye to Eye, as well as so these are the special. So this one I think is this is an epic one, which is like the 3rd. Epic is a brand new rarity. level, but it's more common than the other one. And then this is like super duper rare. I forget exactly what it's called. Yeah, a version of Eye to Eye. And then this was the one that they made a big deal about. They showed a cool video of Nicholas Cole, who I've had a chance to interview, really nice guy, designing this. And you can see this is a Floodborne version of Powerline. So it's not exactly the version that we know in the movie. He's got a guitar. So that's fun. And yeah, to hear the people's reactions to some of these details was really cool. So anyway, you could check out, there's much more. I also saw this Magic the Gathering movie that was interesting, went to the Villainous tournament, and there's some other stuff about Lorcana. So if you have any interest in that, check out all of my Gen Con coverage. And then I'll also have a Laughing Place on location coming up on Sunday. But while I was doing all of that, our boys are on the member cruise.
Yes.
And they've been getting some cool stuff. So Alex, not Luke, Alex wrote about the Zootopia 2 peak that they got, and also just wrote about something else today. So you can check all of that out. Lots of coverage from, and just for context, this member cruise last year is where they screened Not Just a Goof for the first time. So lots of interesting things that happen on these cruises, and you can check all of that out on Laughing Place. And then finally, our friend Bill Gauzel is back with his latest edition of the Sarsaparilla Times, where he highlights some of his favorite parts of the Disney parks. This time he talked about Pecos Bill, one of the favorite restaurants for a certain people at Magic Kingdom. I mean, I like it, but I'm just saying, like it's not everyone, but there is like definitely a cohort of people that swear by it.
Yeah, it is not my favorite in the Magic Kingdom. There's not much great food in the Magic Kingdom, period. But I usually go to Cosmic Rays or Columbia Harbor House over Pecos Bill's.
Yeah. Well, regardless, you can check out his article about it and some fun facts. So there you go. Speaking of fun. The fun stuff. Well, as you probably know, Toy Story is celebrating its 30th anniversary and is coming back to theaters to mark the occasion. That's happening on September 12th. And we got to look at some special novelties. These are from Regal Cinemas. So they're going to have a special popcorn bucket and cup with a cute little Woody and Buzz on top of it. So not the most elaborate popcorn buckets. It looks like an actual bucket. So I guess that's an improvement depending on how you look at it. But yeah, these will be available when the movie returns to theaters for a limited time on September 12th. So I figured that qualified as fun.
I would say that is stuff that is fun and stuff. Yeah, both of those things.
All right. Are you ready for your quiz?
Let's do it, baby.
All right. On this day in 1955, an actor was born. Speaking of Toy Story, he is in Toy Story 1 and 2. At least I think he's in both of them. He is in Tarzan. He's in Hercules. And he is in Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. And in turn is in, well, he was. I don't know if he'll still be. But he was in Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin.
Wayne Knight?
Wayne Knight, yes. I didn't even have to go to Jurassic Park. That's
I think he was only in the second one because wasn't he was
maybe I misread. That's why. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like I'm like, yeah, maybe he's not in the first one. But yeah. Anyway, on this day in 1964, an attraction opened at Disneyland.
At Disneyland, 1964. Whew. Mr. Lincoln?
No, this is in Tomorrowland.
In Tomorrowland, 1964.
It's a ride that's kind of still there, but it's got a different name.
Astrojets?
Astrojets, now the Astro Orbiter with an O.
Yeah, okay.
Next up, on this day in 1981, Disney released a movie. And it is, I guess you'd say a cult classic. It's about a superhero with a silly name.
And what year did you say again?
1981.
Okay, don't tell me how I know this, but Condor Man.
It is Condor Man. Yes.
I've
Thank
never seen it.
you. Yeah.
I think it's fascinating because the guy that stars in it was an English sitcom star. I think he
Okay.
was in Hello Dolly as well. But yeah, very, very random thing for him to be in.
And then finally, on this day in 2020, a movie was released on Disney Plus. They tried to take it away once, but it lived on, and you can still watch it today.
Howard?
Howard.
Okay.
Yes, the movie about
That was
Howard
one that was
Ashman.
I was very upset about them potentially removing because that was a touching movie to someone who had a very big influence on Disney of the 1990s.
Yeah, absolutely. And Don Hahn, great documentary director. It's a good movie, so be sure to check it out if you haven't before, and watch Waking Sleeping Beauty as well.
That too,
Now
yeah.
it's time for our newest segment.
We love
So,
the public
Luke,
domain.
yes. Sorcerer Streak. So the question that has not yet been settled is about the Astrojets and whether Astro Orbiter with an O will have a wait time of 40 minutes or higher at any point by 4 p.m. Pacific today. I went to go check the wait times. I was very disappointed to see there was only 10 minutes until I realized that it was 9 a.m. and the park had just opened. So I got some time to get that weight up there. I'm feeling fairly confident. I did my research and looked at some past wait times, and it was not for very long, but was hitting 45 minutes the past couple of days. So I hope it can do it again, and I'll get that correct. But today's pick is Freakier Friday. Hits theaters tomorrow, officially tonight, really. Will it have an opening day gross of 15 million or higher, including Thursday previews, according to the numbers.com? What do you think, Luke, if you had to guess right now, which you don't have to? I'm not going to make you lock in an answer. But,
well,
I mean, you should lock in an answer because you are the featured player.
I will be locking in my answer. I have not yet locked in my answer, but at the moment, I would say yes, based off of the buzz. But I think I need to do a smidge of research before I lock in my answer on this one.
Fair enough. I'll admit, when Doobie pitched this game and told me that there's going to be skip a pick, I thought it was a cop out. But since we do have the option, I think this is what I'm going to skip. If I had to choose between the two, I think I would lean towards no, just based on the current tracking. But I don't know for sure. It could always surprise us, or it could also be very front loaded.
I think The Naked Gun could be a somewhat comparable film to see. I mean, obviously this is more family friendly, so theoretically, based off of that, I feel like it could make more than The Naked Gun just because it is family friendly. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, we'll see. So lock in your answers. Go to laughingplace.com/streak to play. This question will lock on the 7th. But if you miss the questions or anything, like, you can always join because we got at least the rest of the month. So if you even if you haven't started yet, there's no reason you can't join aboard.
Absolutely.
That's the end of the show, Luke. We made it.
We did.
Any other comments we want to address or anything else you want to say before we go?
Nothing I can see. I mean, Fred Ramirez thinks that Freakier Friday might end up being a sleeper hit, which I think is definitely a possibility.
Nice.
Yeah, no, that's all I got. That's all I got.
Cool. Well, we might be back tomorrow, depending on the schedule. But wanted to make sure we got here and did a morning show whenever we could. So we appreciate you joining us. Be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you know whenever we go live or we upload a new video. Like I said, we'll have a new LP on location. This is the first LP on location I've ever edited myself, so that should be fun. I already got a couple of, well, not a couple. I got one gag in there, so it's gonna be fun. Anyway, have a great day, everyone. We'll see you real soon.